Although technically we have not
with the help of friends.
started on DLC yet, we're
Wild
about to
Hunt
finish
could
the
be
campaign.
defeated with exceptionally powerful magic. So Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own.
Now we're on episode 46. Leading up to 47. If you've been here for the last episodes, I'm glad you're enjoying them. If you haven't, so be it. But if you have, I'm glad you're enjoying them. Stick around, enjoy, grab a glass of tea, maybe grab a glass of coffee if you prefer, or anything else you want to drink, and settle in. We're in for a good story. Now, when we get this started, as we have so many times over, about around 46 times, I would say.
You'll look fucking amazing on top
It's
of
a
me.
material world. The monster.
Do not scare. So yeah, and why do we pick this place to hang out at? Not that I'm against it, I'm just curious. I guess no one would notice you here.
Buy you a drink?
I'm afraid the dishwater's as good as it gets in this establishment.
It is? Maybe I should order a drink of dishwater. Series, mine, or suppress your lust.
Series.
As I thought. I'm glad you went with her.
You're not mad? What are you doing here? You're not mad?
I thought you'd be angry.
Angry? Why? Because you supported Ciri in her decision? Or because you fought by her side and won?
What if we'd lost?
And the female part of the continent's population would be drowning in tears. You won. No point bothering with what ifs.
Why did you say Carol looks down? Just... and the female population of this planet would be drowning in tears. Oh god, I did not expect that. Oh god.
Charming place. Why are you here?
You'll find out soon. In the meantime,
Compliments on my mind now.
Leader.
Towards, yeah.
The situation's under control.
that's a relief.
So, gonna tell me why you're here?
I was able to establish Margarita's whereabouts, the prison in Oxenfurt. I also learned the identity of the man who escaped from me. He should arrive shortly. Every guardsman in the city now seeks him. We'll soon find. He just walked in.
You shan't hurt me.
No.
You're gonna tell us your story, then be on your way.
Well, so be it. But we really ought to go back to Kate's. It's unwise to linger in the street.
Done.
Drink on. It'll help.
Thanks. What do you want?
To get into Gerard.
Tell them you practice magic. They'll lock you up lickety split.
We need to get in without anyone noticing. Tell us how you escaped, then get on with your life. They say no one gets out of Gerard alive.
So they say. I thought, why not try it dead?
But they burn the corpses.
They didn't start burning him until they learned an old fellow like myself had escaped. Before,
They drop the stiffs into a great pit. The pit's connected to the sewers, and the sewers empty into the river. And once you reach the river, you're as free as a fish.
So theoretically, we could get in the way you got out.
Assuming we don't mind the company of decomposing corpses.
And assuming you can squeeze through the grate. They barred the outlet to the river after I escaped.
Explosives could take care of that.
For half the city to hear us? I've a better plan. Oxenfurt was built on elven ruins.
Which have to connect to the sewers somewhere. If we can find a way into the ruins.
We'll get into the prison.
Smart.
They say Dayron's better guarded than the keep of Vicovaro.
They choose the guards from among witch hunters. The worst dregs. Rabid fanatics. Torture every day. The wheel, the rack. We only knew peace on holidays when they'd drink themselves blind.
They're allowed to drink on duty?
Oh, not officially, but you know how it is.
Ah. That helps us greatly, actually, with the drinking on duty thing.
Wasn't so hard.
One last bit of advice. Find a new tavern. Everyone here knows you.
Thank you. Whatever your plans, I hope they work out.
So do we. So long.
Thank you. Hate Radovid. I do. What now, or...
What he said about the guards could prove handy.
True. Things will go more smoothly if we can get even a few of them drunk.
Zoltan ought to manage it. I'll ask him.
Let's meet on the Oxenfurt Bridge.
Now.
We can go at it here.
Don't care. Not wanting that, currently. Actually, there's never a point where I think about that. I mean, there is points where I obviously think about sex, but I don't know if it's referring to sex.
What's the hell?
I mean, obviously, never mind, they obviously are. Well, hi!
Looking for something unusual.
Zoltan. They're holding Margarita at Dayrod. Got a plan to break her out, but we need your help.
What should I do?
Load a wagon with as much Mahakaman as you can find and drive it to Oxenfurt. Jennifer will give the signal. We'll drive through the gates and treat the guards.
Oh, these are terrible times. Since the mages left town, the hunters have taken to harassing. A dwarf lingered around the prison gates only stands to attract attention.
Right. Didn't think of that. I'll go straight to Yen in that case. She went to find a way into the ruins beneath the city.
Why don't we just do that with Dandelion? He's not a dwarf, he's a bard.
He's talking to you, Zoltan. See you later.
Wouldn't it be...
Easy.
Well, I guess it's not an option. We like Dandelion operating as bait, God no. I mean by like hijack. But by them having Dandelion come in instead of Zoltan.
Ooh.
Plus then they would have entertainment because he's a bard. He could tell them stories. Not necessarily true stories, but stories. And that could be enough of a distraction. To help, somewhat. Small amount. Hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, it's hard to say from time to time. Ooh, what you selling, buddy?
Ha ha! Mountains don't move and thus never meet, but men.
Take a peek if you don't mind.
Interesting saying. Mountains don't move, but so they never meet. But men, they move, so they meet. Interesting saying to use for this set of words. Mountains don't move, but men. You can make a riddle out of that. Like, you could do it like this. And you guys, of course, know the answer now, but, let's say for the riddle's example.
Well, we'll meet again.
For the example of the riddle, in this case. When a man move at some point in their lives, what do they strive to do for another that cares about them greatly, may it be female or male? And what do they care about more than any piece of land could? What is that? And you could say, in this case, the answer would be mountain, because man work to move mountains for their significant others. I could go into the extent of the details, but man work for mountains for the significant others. They work to move those mountains to help, if whatever that mountain may be. May it be a mountain of stress, a mountain of care, or simply putting it forward like a mountain.
What have you got there?
There.